Welcome to this video, guys. In this video we're going to see how we can create the types and the configurations which will make our code prettier and without linting issues. So let's jump into the video. So if you go to this document which I will give to you, stepstick.md file, see here I have given a prettier C. What it will actually do, let's suppose say there is one beautician. What beautician will do, she will make up a girl to make her beautiful, look beautiful, right? So what beautician will do, it will apply certain kind of things to her, right? Similar fashion, what we do, we have certain options in the prettier. So semi, trailing comma, single quotes, print width, table width, tab width. See, these kind of things we will keep in pretty.mc file, prettier C file. So it will help us to make our code beautiful. Okay, so you can just copy this one, command C. You can create a prettier.c file and you can simply paste here. Okay, after this one, if you see, we don't need to beautify everything. I mean, prettier ignore file you can create and you can ignore these things, node modules which will come when we do the npm install. Those things we don't need to pretty. And sdk.out, okay, this is the, after deploying your resources in AWS using the cdk.out file will be created, so this file don't need to be prettier. And then dist, okay, after you doing the compilation, the dist folder will be created in which we have a .js files. Okay, these things also we don't need to beautify, so these things you can keep in prettier ignore. Okay, now once it is done, come to the eslint rc.json file. Let's suppose say, okay, we done the makeup, but dressing style also important, right? So let's suppose that you have a girlfriend, then if you not wear dress properly and if your dressing style is not good, then she will point off and she will suggest what to do. Similar fashion, okay, so you have written the code but it has some linting issues, so the ESLint is the one which will highlight those things where the exactly line number the code have a linting issues. So if you give this setting, this particular setting, it's like you have a girlfriend, so it will point out where exactly went wrong. So here also we have ignore patterns, node module, cdk out, dist we don't require. Whatever that this rules is violated, then we will get as a warning or error. Okay, explicit any, if you used unused vars you have, okay, these things will be highlighted, so warning errors will come. So based upon these recommendations we can correct our code. Okay, so this is one thing. You can create a eslint.rc.json file and you can copy paste this one. You already did this, and you can do these things at a root level. See, this is my project, I'm doing this at root level. Okay, so this is about this one. Now let's jump into the types. Okay, so we are using the TypeScript, whatever the objects, interfaces, whatever the actions you do, it is like a we are making a contract. Okay, what this contract is about, what is the object we are expecting. Okay, for each and every operation and each and every file, each and every call, every function, what exactly you are expecting, that means the types you are expecting. Okay, so that is the contract. Now let's go to one by one what we are expecting. We will see those things. First of all, you create one folder called shared hyphen types. I have given this command, you just use this command, you can create a folder. I have already created. If you see, this is the my folder shared and these are the types folder. Okay, inside which now we will explore one by one. First one, common types.ts. So API responses, pagination and authentication context, these things are common for all microservices we are going to create. So API response, whatever the things you have to do with the AWS, let's suppose say you are interacting with the S3, you are interacting with the DynamoDB, or you are interacting with the Cognito. These are all the API calls will happen to that. or you are exposing this API to the front end, okay, because the Node.js whatever we create here, that is the API we will going to create, and we will expose these things to front end. So in this one we should have a specific structure that we are following, that was creating as a interface here. Success, okay, it's a boolean, it will tell is this API call is successful or failed, and similar fashion we have data error message. Coming to the pagination, let's suppose that if you are using the SQL database, you have a pagination parameters called limit and offset, but we are using DynamoDB. DynamoDB, the syntax is like this: last evaluated key, and of course we'll get a count. Okay, last evaluated key will indicate that what is the last record it read. Okay, so using this one we can you can go for the next pagination level. This is how actually DynamoDB works. Now coming to the user roles, as of now for the simplicity we kept admin and user. Okay, going forward if you want you can increase number of roles. Okay, auth context also so important, because whatever the other actions you wanna do, we have to check for the authentication and authorization. So it is common for all other services, that's why it is in common types. Okay, you can create a file called common types.ts and then you just copy paste these things. Okay, then it's fine. Now coming to the next one, project.types. In a project, okay, it has a different statuses, where in a planning state, active state, on hold state, completed state. Okay, different stages of the project is there. And similar fashion for the project, what are the things is required, we can create a type for this one, I mean interface for this one: ID, name, location, start date, and date, budget, status, description, these things. If you observe this one, so it is like a very close to the entities we're going to create in a DynamoDB. Okay, so the types or interfaces will be created with respect to that. Okay, so it is easy for us to compare and going forward. So similar fashion, project summary and create a project input, update project input, these all things I have created as interfaces so that I can extend wherever I want. So this is the project types. You can create a project types.ts file and just copy paste these things, project types. And coming to the worker.types, okay, so let's suppose if you want to build a building, so many workers are required. We require a mason, carpenter, plumber, electrician, laborer, supervisor, and others. I have given others because I don't know what are the workers are really required for entire building. I know some, so okay, so keep it as others also a good option. So if you don't know the exact worker type, then you can add to others. But in workers is okay, you can see the role, the phone number, the daily wages, how much we're going to give to them, and is active, and these things are you know create interface we have to create. And this important thing is attendance record here. So attendance record is the one which will tell the present, I mean he came today for the work or not. We will do the attendance, based upon the attendance only we will give the charges, wages, right? So that is one of thing. And creating the worker and marking attendance, okay, these things are the interfaces which we're going to create. So this is the worker types. Coming to the materials, okay, so if you want to build a buildings, and you definitely require the different kind of materials: cement, bricks, water, whatnot, uh, those things also. But these have the units, okay, you can buy in the kgs, tons, bags, pieces, liters, cubic meters, square meters, these kind of materials. What we're going to do, those all things we can give. Okay, so if you see the material, you can see the interface would be like this: ID, name, unit, current stock, and low stock threshold, and is low stock. It is like this. So you should have a stock before you are going to build something. If the stock reached the threshold, then you have to buy again. So these kinds of alerts we have to give, so that owner, okay, will be alerted before the stock is completed, so we can get the new stock to doesn't stop the work because of the lack of material, right? So to create this kind of threshold, these fields are useful. Okay, and material purchase, I mean it's like you can say it's a bill. Okay, whatever the things you have purchased, you should have a bill. Okay, what is the quantity, unit price, total cost, from whom you have bought, that is the vendor, and date of course. Okay, billing key, project ID, these things we have to have. So these are the interfaces. And material uses how much you have used, okay, creating, recording, updating, okay, these kind of types we have to use in the material types. And coming to the progress, okay, how much you progressed, okay, so you have to material used photo keys. Okay, these things are like, let's suppose say you have completed a basement plan, you have completed building the pillars of the building. Okay, these photos you have to take as a supervisor, and you have to keep these photos in S3 bucket. S3 bucket, then S3 bucket will give the keys. Those keys will put in the photo keys, I mean in a progress. Okay, this is the major one. And if of course creating, progress, updating, these things are there. Okay, now we have created all the types. Okay, now come to the index.ts file. What it will do, let's think in the fashion like you went to a bus stop, so all kind of buses came there, and wherever you want to go you can choose a particular bus. The similar fashion, what I did, I created index.ts file. I kept all my buses, I mean all types here. Okay, so common types, project types, worker, material, progress. So whenever I want something, I will just come to index.ts file, I can pick those things directly. Okay, this is what I have created for the types. Thank you for listening. We'll meet in the next video.